our live show where Celeste and Susie do medium readings and tarot card readings, and we talk about all kinds of groovy stuff. So, hi, Trista, and Pac-Man's here. And all of you out there online, Mud Lover, that I can't see, and you're not in the chat, but thank you for joining the show tonight. I thought we'd start off the show, and you guys are welcome in the audience to ask your questions anytime you want. So pop a question into the chat. Celeste and Susie will do the reading for you. You don't have to wait for any specified time. Go ahead and start populating questions. But we thought we would talk a little bit tonight on dream interpretation. And if you guys have any odd dreams, make it short, don't give us a novel. But what is the fact that I'm dreaming about, I don't know, bunnies mean? Right? I don't know. So whatever. So, Trista's into this. Hey, Lindsay. Let's do that. Let's talk about it. I like
well, you're not every soon, right?
So dreams are really interesting. And there's a theory out there, and I want your take on it, is that everybody that populates in your dream, like every face you see in your dream, is somebody that you've met in life or passed by on the street, that our mind doesn't just come up with people. Do you buy that?
Some parts of it, yes and no. So your brain just records everything. It doesn't have a bias. So it just records everything. And a lot of times dreams are, if you want to go psychology, they are your subconscious talking to your conscious and trying to work things out through pictures, interpretations, signs, symbols, things like that. So it's going to use everything that it records throughout, your lifetime or whatever to show you kind of what it wants to talk about at that time or process. So if you want to go total psychology side, yeah. If you want to go the woo-woo side, where we enter that space between, here and there. And that's where we can get our downloads and our premonitions and talking with our deceased relatives. All that comes through.
Okay. So Celeste, what's the difference between a dream and a premonition?
Well, for me, my dreams are strange. And I was going to tell Trista, you do dream. You just might not recall the dream, but it's part of our sleep cycle to dream. For me, a premonition is usually much shorter. Like, I don't know how long my dreams last, but it seems like I dream from the time I close my eyes until I wake up in the morning. But a premonition for me is a short, very, I would say memorable, but that's not quite the word, but it's something that strikes me that it's informative. And for me, they're not always exactly like, it's not always the exact person or the exact time frame. One of my types of premonition dreams are of when people are going to pass. And sometimes, like, if, say, for example, my uncle was going to die and I dreamt it was a great uncle, but it was the church in American Falls. It was the color of the casket. It was the color of the flowers on top of it. And it was within a week. And that's usually when those dreams come to me. Other premonition dreams are more accurate, like as in, again, with people passing, it was my grandmother. And I had come home and my garage was filled with flowers. And so there were the ladder things that they put the flowers on, and it was just filled. And I walked into the garage and they were stacking flowers. And I said, "What's going on?" And they said, "Oh, your grandma died." And I said, "Okay." And I walked in the house. That was my dream. I had that on Friday night and she passed Tuesday morning. And she had so many flowers at her funeral that they were clear out. Like when you go to like one of the funeral home mortuary places, right, they have the outside area, like where you can go to the bathroom or relax. And then they have like the chapel area. The flowers were clear out in the other part. There were so many of them. So, I think premonitions stick with you a little more too. They're kind of like bubble gum on the bottom of your shoe. They don't just fade when you wake up. A lot of times our dreams we'll wake up and go, oh my gosh, what a crazy dream. And you go walk in the bathroom to brush your teeth. And then you're like, now what was
Yeah.
that?
What was that again?
It's like already
Yep.
gone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it's really interesting. I think symbology in, hey, Mad Max, I think symbology in dreams it's pretty, it's there. I mean, it's telling, there's a lot of different things that you can glean from your dreams. You work out a lot of the issues that your subconscious is working out at night.
Mhm.
Like if you're stressed about something, sometimes look for the symbology in your dreams, because that's your subconscious, I think, working everything out, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it could be something as, okay, let's say that you're dreaming about starting a new business or something like that, and then you dream about a racehorse coming out of the gate, just choom. I mean, that's symbology to me. That's like your dream telling you, yeah, you go for it, you know.
Yeah.
There's all of this weird stuff, we don't think about it. We get up and we're like, that's a weird dream. But look, if you try to remember your dreams and see what they're working out.
Mhm.
We did an episode of The Thin Line on Monday night, and we released it, and we had to pull it back. We were asked to pull it back for a little while because of an issue. But and it's just to let you guys know that, so it was The Thin Line, our other show, is about PTSD in the military and first responders. And somebody shared their story how PTSD led to abuse, domestic violence. And so we did pull it back, and we have to wait a little bit on a request because it dealt with some pretty heavy stuff. That night, I dreamed about everything that happened to me with my ex. And so it's like things like that can trigger, boom. He hasn't been around in a long time in my dreams. And then there he was. I'm like, thank you, you know, but it's crazy. So, Trista
Still a little
said,
bit left to process.
well, this is interesting. Mad Max says that the dreams happen right before alarm goes off.
Yeah, that's because his body, you get in those circadian rhythms, especially
Yeah.
you can train yourself to wake up at a certain time. And so your body will start going up out of that paralyzed state into the REM state just before it knows it needs to get up. And that's where he'll start dreaming.
Yeah. So yeah, his dreams are like right before the alarm goes off. I wonder, does everybody dream every single night?
I'm pretty sure it's part of the brain. It's
Mhm.
part of the sleep cycles. Some people dream longer. Some people sleep deeper, so they don't remember the dreams as easily.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder about that. I did suffer for a very, very long time, and the Navy put me through a sleep study and figured out that I didn't hit REM for
Mhm.
years. Like
Yep.
I just didn't hit REM, and I never got that deep restorative sleep every night. I never hit that cycle. I bounced around. They explained it to me that there's 4
Mhm.
cycles of sleep is what they call. That's what the Navy said. The first one, where you're falling asleep, but you're still hearing. You're still
Mhm.
hearing what's going on around you, but your eyes are closed. Like
Mhm.
I fall asleep listening to a TV show. And that's what lulls me in, right? And then there's your hearing turns off, right? And then there's a chemical that's released by your brain when you start going into REM, so that you don't sleepwalk and act out your
Yep.
dreams, right? And then
Yep.
there's the after REM sleep, where you're coming back out of that deep sleep cycle. But I never hit REM. So I was bouncing around between 1 and 2 all the time. I was never getting a deep sleep. Where do you dream? In what cycle? Is it REM?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So that tells you a lot of
Trista said she could sleep through a tornado. I'm so jealous.
I
If they
can't
don't
sleep
get
through a
REM sleep.
mouse button, so I hear everything.
This is an interesting from Pac-Man.
Mhm.
A pillar in the middle of the void. Wow, it almost seems to me like you felt like you weren't being. This would be my interpretation, so I want to hear what you guys say, though. my interpretation is that you're not at that point, you weren't feeling maybe like you had enough support around you,
Mhm.
that you
That's
were
what I was
very
gonna say.
alone, very
Not
alone.
feeling seen or heard.
Yeah, at that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Mud
you
lover.
had anxiety at that time anyway. So
Yeah, that would be an anxiety dream. Mud lover says some of her dreams are like movies.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like chapters of a novel that just keeps going and going and going. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like those, especially if it's a good story.
Well, they also say that you can dream up to 7 minutes. Like it can hold on for quite a while, but you can have that same dream over and over and over quickly through the night. The same one, even though it feels like you only dreamt it once. So it's really interesting.
So Trista says she had a recurrent dream. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. She'll never watch that again.
I don't blame
you. Yeah, the reoccurring dream on Ambien. So
yeah,
I had a reoccurring dream, and it's really interesting because we grew up and we owned two wolves during my childhood. We had at different stages of my childhood. My family had two wolves. I don't think it had anything to do with them, but I had a reoccurring dream that wolves attacked and ate my family. And I was the last one alive on a couch trying to play dead, hoping they didn't kill me. Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
It's
that is
wild.
because they're more protective. So maybe you felt like your family wasn't protecting you.
Oh.
Because
I never thought that was recurring, like constant.
Yeah, because the nature of a wolf is to protect the pack, and it was part of your family, and it was more than likely very protective of you as a child. And so if that turns around, then you didn't feel protected within the family unit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It's wild stuff. So we're waiting for questions, guys. Don't be shy. Pop your question into the chat and let Celeste and Susie do what they do best. Hey, David.
Honestly, I've seriously thought about getting an Ambien and just seeing what happens because I've heard some wild stuff.
I've been on it for years and nothing. Yeah, I know it's weird. It just makes me sleep. Well, and sometimes I have to double up on it because I can't even sleep with it.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I don't sleep. So
I'm sorry.
Hey, Sherry. Yeah, so my phone just turned on thinking I said something.
Mm-hmm.
So Trista said, my recurrent dream was an invisible thing beating up my dad. And then a semi going back and forth by our house. And then a face from the semi driver on Pee-wee shows. When her face popped out, that's the face.
Yeah, I'd never liked Pee-wee's play. He just creeped me out all the way around.
I love I like the tequila part of his movie. That was it when he was doing the dance. Dang. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That just
a lot of children's shows were really traumatic, weren't they?
Yeah, that just screams a childhood anxiety dream, and that she felt that her father couldn't protect her, from whatever this was that was coming at her. But that sounds like a pretty typical childhood anxiety. What do you get, Celeste?
Well, it's funny because sometimes things are pretty, what's the word? They correlate. And then other times they're like totally bizarre.
Three separate things, huh?
Yeah. I had a reoccurring dream up until I was in my late 20s. And it was a bear. And no matter where I went or what I did, I could hide in a car, hide in a house, lock the doors, and the bear would get into me. I went to a meditation group here in Pocatello, and she's passed away now, but the lady who had what is it called? We went and investigated her little store. The
Annie Hall?
Annie. Uh-huh.
Annie, yeah.
So she had come to do readings, and I I'm very skeptical of a lot of psychics because I know there's a lot of people that rip people off. So I was kind of just like, and she gets to me and I'm the last one. She goes, "You're really hard to read." And I said, "Oh, am I?" And she goes, "What's your reoccurring dream?" What do you mean? She goes, "You have a nightmare. You've had it your whole entire life." I'm like, it's a bear. And she goes, "What does it do?" And it chases me. It follows me. I can't get away from it. She goes, "Do you know what the bear is?" And I said, "It's scary." And she goes, "No, the bear represents your power and you keep running from it."
I totally just
wow.
pictured you turning around and hugging the bear.
Once you stop and embrace your power, you'll stop having the dream.
Wow.
And I never
That's
had
exactly what I just
That's
saw.
really
Was
interesting.
literally turning around and hugging that bear because that's you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
Hey, Jess.
that's the wolf.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Your wolves never did anything bad, though, right?
Ours,
ones?
no.
Yeah.
Ours were one of our neighbors. One of our neighbors walked in our house once and he took his ball cap off and he flung it at my mom, and that dog was boom on him and grabbed his arm and put him down. That was a wolf, the wolf we had. And he freaked him out, and we backed him up and said, "Just don't do stuff like that." I mean, he's really, really protective, but he actually slept with our livestock. He was a timber wolf, half. He was a shepherd timber wolf cross, but definitely more wolf than shepherd. And he was very large. And the other one we had was an Arctic wolf timber wolf cross that my dad ended up with this as a puppy. And he was wonderful. We called him Killer. He wouldn't kill anything. Let's see. David, was that a question asking for messages from the other side of the veil? So if you ladies could work on that, please. And Sherry would like a reading from Susie. So I guess you guys could both work on David, or Celeste, if you want to take David, and Susie could work on Sherry. Let's see. Celeste would hug a bear, is what Dan Bax just said.
Yeah, probably. But it's funny. I love bears, but I actually kind of have a fear of them still. Like that was, she said, "Did it ever hurt you?" No, it never hurt me. And it was like, I don't know why, but like even not like Bear World doesn't scare me, but like when you're out in the wilderness and there's a bear, I just kind of,
they're nothing to mess with. Okay.
Yeah. So David, I'm picking up on 2 males. I don't know if there's someone or someone's that you are specifically trying to get in contact with. I feel like there's either like a contemporary or just older than you kind of male, and then a younger male that's coming through. Does that make sense? This is the hard one when you're not.
So when they're with the 2 males, but are they trying to guide him in some direction, Celeste? Or
I almost feel like it is.
He said yes.
I almost feel like that makes sense. That would make sense. An older brother. Do you know who the younger male is? I feel like it's a relative too. Is it? Have you lost a child, a male child? Because they're together and they feel like they're connected. There's a relation kind of a thing with that. But I don't know if you have been missing them or got some sort of...
Could be my son, his son, or another nephew.
Okay. So all of them would be connected to the older brother, correct then? Because I feel like it's a relative. They're both relatives to you, but they're also relatives.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've been asking for signs or you've been wondering if you're getting signs or if you're asking them to give you guidance. But they want you to know that they are aware of what's going on and that I don't know that this is the right way to say it, but that they support whatever it is you're thinking or wondering about. That I don't necessarily feel like it's something that you're thinking about changing, but it's something that maybe adding, not removing, of something that you're thinking of adding. But
Let us know, David.
yeah, it's definitely, they want you to know, yes, they're around you. Yes, they're hearing you. They're interacting with you if you're questioning, if you're getting signs or feelings from them. And that whatever it is you're questioning or thinking about, they're saying, yes, you should do that, if that makes sense.
Yep. David said yes. So.
Okay. I'm ready for Sherry. It's going to be a little deep. So the person, I don't know if you want me to reveal gender or not, but the person that I feel that we're talking about, that we have talked about before, if this person, I know they're feeling left out in the cold. They're like, I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. Help, help, help. But the problem is they have to help themselves. The person that's also involved in this situation that is toxic, that is causing half of the problem, and I'm sorry, it involves children. It shows that it's gonna come up with the justice system, and it's gonna be tough. So it's gonna be like, they're going to realize that they can't continue down that path anymore. So they're going to come to an impasse of, I either have to change my ways of what I'm doing currently, or I'm going to lose everything. So the universe is saying, listen to the justice system, follow what they're saying to do, and the kids will come back. The things, stuff will realign. She's got to sorry, I'm trying to be careful. They've got to get rid of that other person that needs to be out of the picture, that's influencing them for, behavior that's toxic. Does that make sense? And then if they decide to follow along with the justice plan, the protocol of everything they need to do, everything will be returned to them. So that's the family, the stability, the freedom, everything like that. But they've got to get their ducks in a row, like literally yesterday. So if you want me to go in further, or if you want me to say gender, I will. It's totally up to you. But it just keeps repeating. And I've pulled out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decks, and it keeps repeating the same thing. It's gonna. Yeah, there you go. It's her. Yeah, it's because of him, because of his toxic behavior, that she is about to have those kids pulled. And she has to stop too. She's got to stop, because I've got the full-on justice card involved upside down. So that means like cops. Yeah. The justice system. But if you follow what they say, it can all work out good. So
Celeste, do you want to take Trista's question, please, and work on that? And thank you, Susie. That was awesome. And then can you work on Jessica's question first, please?
So I have felt for a while, Trista, there's upheaval. There is someone that you have paralleled with really well that it's not doing that. I don't know if that's what you're talking about or feeling, but I feel like this is not something that just popped up in your mind recently. I almost feel like there's two situations. I feel like one's more personal and one is more, I don't know if it's work or career or what it is, but life is really brutal and volatile right now. And I don't know if it's just kicking our Leo butts or if everyone's feeling that, but letting go doesn't mean it has to be forever, but sometimes it gives you a different perspective on your life when you let go and change directions, change associations change all of that stuff. Been there, done that a million times. The hard part with most typical Leos is when we let go of anything, we let go. And there's not a whole lot of looking back. And I feel like maybe you're kind of weighing that right now. I don't know that there's a wrong answer. I feel, yes, yeah. I call it the light switch. When I will fight, I mean, not like argue fight. I will like put every effort I have into everything that I do. And I work so hard trying to make everything work. And when it doesn't, or someone rejects that or whatever, it's like, and it's over.
Yep. I'm very, very similar.
And there's no going back for me for the most part. So sometimes we have to, and I struggle with this. You have to put yourself first, and you have to figure out what is my purpose? Why am I doing this? What am I getting out of it? And if you don't have good responses to, is this aligning with what I feel is my purpose? And am I getting anything out of it? And is it going anywhere? I mean, everything ebbs and flows, everything. But sometimes it keeps ebbing. And there's a point where we have to cut our losses. Yeah. And I kind of am wondering if that's kind of where you're at. And it's going to be a tough decision to make, but I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Thank you, Celeste. And Susie, what do you have for Jess?
Yeehaw, these are fun. I mean that facetiously. Okay, so your intuition is spot on. You do have a male around you. I feel a protective male figure that's on the other side that is very grounded, could possibly be another earth sign just like you. That they are the ones also helping you to push to make that decision. They want you to make that decision. Shows you walking away. I've got 8 of Cups here twice. 10 of Wands, like you've had enough, and you're tired of feeling like left out, and like nothing that you do is ever good enough. So this person on the other side has been sending you messages for change. It's also been protecting you from conflict quite a bit. So you've got like the 7 of Wands here. You've got some protection around you, and 5 of Wands, which is really minor petty things, but still a protection. So, but they want you to look for a new start. And you already know the truth. You've got the Page of Wands here. Yeah. So if you want to talk, feel free to reach out to me. I think we've talked about the subject a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
For Soapy.
Thank you. So yeah, for Soapy.
First, all you need to do is set your intentions. Well, first, everybody has to have their head on straight and don't do stupid things. It's a very incredible place. I haven't ever gotten to go there in my own personal self, but a lot of people that I know have gone there and have had interesting and kind of cool experiences. But unless you're having some sort of a premonition, and if you are, you just need to share that with everybody. Like if you have a premonition that there could be a car accident, everybody make sure you're wearing your seatbelts, because we can't always stop what's coming, but we can be wise and be prepared for it. But what you need to do is that you need to set your intentions, whether you say it out loud to the group or just to yourself. We are surrounded and protected. Nothing but positive energy can come near us. All negativity is, kept at a distance so that we are safe and we are well. I don't believe there's anything bad there. Hauntings, not demons, kind of a thing. So as far as that goes, you're perfectly safe. Just it would be the horsing around, or not wearing seatbelts while driving in the car, things like that, as far as if there would be a potential danger, because it's quite a drive from here. But set your intentions. You have full capability of putting a circle of protection around everyone.
Can I add a tiny bit, if that's okay? I got the impression they know you're coming. They're excited for you to come because that's another chance for them to communicate. There's only one warning. They said, be respectful. Don't be doing teenage stupid things, games, like be respectful because, yeah, they're elders. They're on the other side. They do know more than you right now. So.
Gosh, Celeste, I'm going to have to get you up there. It's one of my favorite places.
Oh, I know. So many of my friends have gone and they're like, have you gone? And I'm like, no.
Yeah, no, it's so cool. We need to go this summer then. I'll take you up there. The courthouse, he says the courthouse current dining area that he feels worst about. And it's funny that you say it's the courthouse because it's the hotel that does it for me up there. I don't like it. I don't like the energy there.
Is that the one that you walk in on a main level and there's an upstairs and a basement? Is that the hotel? Which building is that? Because that's where I've had a lot of people tell me they've had activities. Like
I actually think so. It's the largest structure there. I think maybe there is a basement there. I don't remember now. I don't like it. I don't like the feel in there. I've got the feeling of a very negative female energy in there that she just makes me very uncomfortable. And yeah, but I really like the Masonic Lodge.
Mm.
I think it's the first lodge and oldest continuously active lodge in Montana. And there's a lot of good energy there. I like it, but there's a lot of energy in that building, tons. I think you'll be okay, Pac-Man. Just remember what we talked about in class about doing protection and grounding yourself and blocking if things are a little too much. Oh, Jess says a little girl haunts at the hotel. It doesn't feel like a little girl to me when I'm in there. She feels, or maybe she's projecting herself as a very angry adult woman, but maybe she's projecting.
Or the adult woman could be a protector of her.
Oh, yeah,
doesn't
that could
want anyone bothering her. But what I'm feeling, are there staircases, not really tall staircases in the courthouse? Do you guys know?
God, I'd have to go online and look and see which one the courthouse is. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't know if this happened there or I just know it's happened somewhere. Were there any hangings inside of the courthouse or near the courthouse?
I don't think so. Here is an image of whoops, that's a video. I'm going to try to pull an image of the courthouse. No, trying to see which one's the courthouse. Sorry, guys. That's the lodge. That's the hotel. Honestly, don't know which one. Let me see if they. So I think we're talking about the same building, actually. Now that I see it, I thought it was the hotel. I thought that was it turned into a hotel at one time. So let me get you a picture of it.
Because I'm just seeing things I haven't ever been there. So I'm just seeing things in my mind, but I'm seeing a building that has an open stairway. But it's not like the great big 13 or so stairs. It seems more like a shorter staircase.
No, I think remember it having the full-size staircase. Okay, now I've got it up here so I can share it. Let me get it up here. There we go. This is, so yeah, it was a hotel. So I think maybe, was this the same building you're talking about, I guess, Pac-Man? This is the hotel and it was, because now it's called the Hotel Mead. Maybe this was a courthouse at one time. Maybe it served as both, like the courthouse on the bottom, the hotel on top. Space was limited in those days, but this is the building I don't like. When I'm in it, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool, but I don't like it. So, that female is front and center for me every time I walk through the door, and she's ornery. The top window has the second most evil thing I've experienced up there. It's the worst. The top damn window. I don't know which one.
Are you talking the one by the pointy roof, or are you talking the 3 across on the second level?
Oh, you mean the back
one?
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, it's a really interesting place. And if you live around this area, you guys really need to go. I'll have to get Celeste up there. And but it is there's a lot of activity there, man. There's tons of activity there. I know Jess is connected on a wild level to somebody up there. So yeah, Pac-Man says he's been pushed and shoved in there. Yeah, what? Trista's never been to Montana? What is it with people from Idaho? It's like I have been to 48 states, and I haven't been to Alaska, and I haven't been to Hawaii. And it's like people that I've met here have never even left Idaho. How is that possible?
It's weird.
I think about 40 states and then 8 or 9 other countries. Yeah, but it's funny. There's people that have never been to the ocean. I'm like, how have you never gone to the ocean?
Okay.
It's so amazing.
Or to Yellowstone. It's like right there in Montana.
We got to take you. Okay, now I got to take you and Celeste up to Panic, at least to get you out of Idaho. My God. You've never even been to like Jackson Hole? You've flown over Montana. No. So yeah, you guys need to get out more. There's a lot to this country to see. It's huge. Anyway, I was going to say something about so Pac-Man, the building itself, it's not the building, it's what's in the building. And just have your protection up there. Have your protection up and walk through the door like you are not coming after me this time. I think somebody said it's the stairs, and I think Jess said it was on the back stairs, and that's exactly where I have felt it. It's upstairs in the back way stairs. Yes, those stairs that are on
I'm seeing a staircase.
Yep, that's exactly. It's a full-size set of stairs.
Is it full?
It's not. Yeah.
Is it open banister? It's not like a hallway thing of stairs,
It's open banister.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I'm seeing. It's open banister. They don't have a little go up platform, turn, and then go up, do they? Do you know?
Wasn't the back stairs straight up? Okay, wait a minute. Trista said, hey, I've been to Yellowstone. So you've been to Wyoming and Montana? You just didn't know it. I don't remember the stairs in that building. I remember the stairs being an open banister. They're not real tight. They're kind of open. You see if I can find any interior shots. I'm sure I have some somewhere, but I don't have time for tonight. Yeah. But it's definitely it's Jess says yes, there's an office, and they're not nice. Wait a minute, Trista, you were raised in Malad and you never went to Utah? How can that even be a thing?
No way.
How do you come on now? What is the border, only like 15 miles away? Come on. Okay, the back stairs are tight, the front ones are big and wonderful, but I don't trust them. Okay, now she said she's been to Utah. Well, it's not a state?
I don't know if you don't want to claim it.
Okay. Jess has pictures of Bannock, yeah. So I think we still have 20 minutes, guys. If you guys still want your reading done, you want questions done, please go ahead and ask. You can see Utah from Malad. Yeah, Mad Max, it's like right there. You don't even have to squint. It's right there. Yeah. So I have questions, but I don't even know how to ask. So
ask away.
I know I'm trying. Okay, so I'm supposed to retire in 1 month, 1 year, 1 month, and 27 days. Do you guys see me actually retiring or sticking around there? Because the stress of that place is making me crazy.
You mean work or your home?
Yeah.
Work? No, I think you're going to peace out.
That's it. That's kind of the way I'm feeling too, just out. They asked me, do you want a retirement dinner or lunch or anything? I went, nope. See that box right there? That's got all my stuff in it. I'm out.
Yep. Just take all of your PTO at the very end and then come back for that last, like, what, half a day?
That's what I'm doing.
Give them all
you have to be there the last day to give me your card and walk out.
Yep.
Ramona would like a random. Trista said, who's counting, Colleen? Yeah.
Yeah. And 12 hours, 13 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what? Life is too short and too long to be miserable. Sometimes we have to accept that, and we have to plug through to get to an end. But there is no point walking with a pointy rock in your shoe longer than you have to.
I know. The stress of just this year in my office has been really, really tremendous. And I just think it's time to peace out next year and just work with plants and animals. That's what I want to do.
I was going to say, you're not done working, but
no.
Why would you stay there more than you have to if you're miserable?
Right.
It affects everything in your life. So.
Oh, thank you, Pac-Man. I will come visit you.
This is short and sweet for Ramona, if you want me to do a little bit for her.
Yes.
The universe just says to concentrate on work and your hobbies right now. I can feel like a creative bubble starting for you that you need to explore. It's almost like an artsy one, but it's hands-on. That you can develop a new love there or return to that love that you once had for it. But the universe is really encouraging you to focus in on that right now and work towards that, because that will help you to fall in love with yourself again, heal yourself, and anything that comes up, that'll help to brace you up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Anything you have, Celeste?
Celeste, do you have anything for Ramona? Did you have anything else?
I agree with Susie. I feel like you need to add fun to your life, that you need to add adventure or hanging with friends, things that aren't life and death, that you need to have some entertainment, laughter, games, just something. The world is really serious right now, and it is not impacting most people in a positive way. And so you need to find, whether it's watching your favorite movie that used to make you just laugh until your ribs ached, or, hanging out and playing Trivial Pursuit, or what is that one, the obnoxious card game where I can't think what it's called, but just doing something fun. I feel like that it's really important. Going for a walk, going swimming, going out and looking at the stars. It's full moon tomorrow, so tonight's going to be gorgeous. Tomorrow and the night after, good time to go outside and look up at those stars and the moon.
Yeah. If you want to take Trista, Celeste, I've got Taylor Garcia.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so are you ready for Taylor, Susie?
I am.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So hello, Taylor. I can feel you. And just so you know, stop second guessing yourself. You're the one that's keeping yourself stuck. Everything that you've got going on in your head is just little minor worries. It's not even to worry about. You're more powerful than you know, Taylor. You're way more powerful than you know. And if you listen to that gut reaction and that first instinct, it'll lead you to victory every time. You literally have the power in your hands, and you know this because I know who you feel you. Sorry. I know her. Yeah. So you've got people on the other side rooting for you too, Taylor. So just get outside and recover, get some get some fresh air, get some green grass, hug those babies, and concentrate on that. And some of those little minor worries and feeling stuck are going to drift away. Because, boy, girl, you are really, really powerful, and you know it.
That's a great reading.
All right, for
Okay.
Trista. I am not sure
Okay.
if this is a person connected to you or like a spirit guide connected to you, but they're telling you you are much stronger than you give yourself credit for. You have got a fight in you that can destroy walls. But I feel like you've been beaten down, whether it was life, whether it was a person, whether it was a situation. And so you don't have, it's not exactly self-confidence, but a deep belief in yourself. And you should have that. I'm hearing, girl, you're stronger than you know. You come from a long line of people with determination, with adverse ability to get through situations that would destroy a lot of other people in many ways. And to know that you are surrounded and that you are guided and that you are protected, and to hold your head up high, make the choices. yeah. You need to make the choices that are right for you. And it's really hard. I am a put everybody above myself. I am a help everybody out in spite of what I need for myself. And there comes a time when we have to fight for ourselves. And you need to believe in yourself to know that you are strong enough, capable enough, and whatever it is, that little thought voice that you're getting in the back of your mind, it's giving you guidance.
I think we've had
Thank
this
you,
talk with
Celeste.
her before, haven't we, Celeste?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But sometimes we need to hear it at the right time.
I know.
Yep. I
I've
want to
got
address Pac-Man's comment, or do you have it, Susie?
Oh, I've got it.
Okay, you better go.
Yep, I've got it dug into his great aunt too. So yes, it is negatively impacting her. She knows about it. She does not like the infighting. It makes her really upset. She wants everyone to be happy and get along, literally. And she's actually thinking about, like, well, maybe if I should just sell it or destroy it and get rid of it, then that'll shut them all up. That's going on in her mind, but physically she can't do much about it. So she's really upset. So there you go. And
Celeste, do you want to take Lizette?
those things are just freaking material, you know?
Yeah.
That love is the only thing you take with you. That car is going to deteriorate in the driveway, for crying out loud. Okay, go ahead.
Again, I'm not sure if this is a specific person. It feels like a female energy, so it could be a mother, a grandmother, an aunt. But what I feel is there's something missing in your life. And I think you know what it is, but you might not even be able to pinpoint it. But I feel like there's something missing. And you can get that. You can bring that into your life. I don't know if it's something general, like a goal or some activity or event that you want to do. But does that make sense, that there's something missing? I don't know if it's something you've longed for a long time, but you have an opportunity coming up to make the decisions and the choices to bring your dreams into fruition. Meaning, if there is something you've always, for example, I know someone, I've always wanted to be a comedian. Well, it isn't necessarily going to be something that you can do for a career and be successful at it, but you can go to the Friday night thing and stand up and tell jokes and bring that dream to life. But I feel like, is that a thinky or a saddie?
I think it's a thinky. Yeah, I think it's a thinky, like, yeah.
But think about, I feel like there's something that either you are supposed to have done or seen or incorporated into your life that either has been put on a back burner or has been forgotten about. But it's something that it's like the spark inside of you would be brighter or stronger if you added this. I don't know if it's feeling dependent on other people, and so you need to believe in your own strength and abilities, but it's right there. Whatever it is, it's right. You just have to reach out, and you have to take the couple steps to get into that direction. I don't think it's necessarily a huge life altering thing, but I also think that it, in the grand scheme of things, will be life altering, if that makes sense. It's not like you're going to win the lottery and have $1 million tomorrow, but the steps that you take are going to bring happiness or peace or success or just the fundamental things that feed your soul, if that makes sense. Are you getting anything else on that, Susie?
Yeah. Yes. So the energy that I feel coming off from her is similar to when I was young, because I know she's young, but when I was trying to decide, what do I want to do with my life? Do I want to go to college? Do I want to go to the military? Do I want to stay? Should I just get this? Should I just do that? Like which direction to go, kind of at a little bit of a loss. But once you make that decision, it's going to be the right one. It's going to push you into that direction. You don't feel like it's going to be like, this isn't going to affect the rest of my life. But me choosing between going to college versus the military right before 9/11 hit made a huge difference. Otherwise, I would have been in war. So, yeah, it just feels like her energy is just kind of like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You know, to give her that drive, just to boom, go.
I happened to find a crow feather today myself. I've got stuff hanging from my rearview mirror. Mostly I brought back from New Zealand, but I've got multiple crow feathers in there. That is usually a sign that they're trying, not necessarily just the crow. Crows are like the owl in that they carry messages or information from the other realm to this realm. And that feather is a sign that there's a message trying to get through to you. And I don't know if there's something specific you're thinking about, or if this is all kind of tied into making this choice of a different direction, but that is a good omen. That is, you are supported and they hear you. And if you are gifted a crow feather, it is a really good sign.
Also, I'm going to validate that for you guys. So that's going to be Celeste, me, and Trista. This is a trifecta because you know everything in threes, right, Celeste? Yeah. So my client just the other day who had lost he's still dealing with the loss of his father, you know, a couple of years later. He walked out outside and a crow feather fell right in front of him. And he's this adorable little Native American young man. And he said, should I pick it up? And I said, yes, absolutely. And he picked it up and he says, what does this mean? And I said, it means that your dad is with you. He is on the other side and he knows what you're going through. And he's sending you messages to let you know that he loves you. He's still there. And he sees what's going on. So now this is the third time. So everything, if you hear something 3 times, Trista, it's significant. Mm-hmm. So that means it's significant for you. It's significant for Celeste because I just heard her story and Trista's story, and for me. So all 3 of us have messages from Crow. So also look it up, Google it. Black feathers, change. Spirit world. Yep.
Well, the 3 is very powerful. It can be man, earth, and the other realm or heaven. It can be man, woman, and child. It can be, it represents so many things, past, present, future. It's the connectedness, the divine connectedness of us and the world and the universe and all existence. So
yeah. So if you ever hear, see, or know, or you're told something 3 times, or you see it 3 times, you need to pay attention. It's very important.
Here's a condensed story of a crow feather for me earlier this year. So I had gotten this, I I guess I saw this meme on Facebook, and it was talking about when someone or something is getting ready to cross, the crow will come and call and tell you. The crow doesn't come to kill them. It's like the reaper. The reaper doesn't come to kill them. It comes to make sure they have a safe journey across. And we lost our dog 3 days after the crow came right to my back porch and was bah, 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 on our way to go pick up his cremains the day after he passed. It said, if you find a crow feather in your path, that is your final indication they've reached their destination and they're safely there. And we were walking to the car to go get his cremains. And there was a big black crow feather laying right in the middle of my yard that had not been there the day before when we took him to be cremated. So it is it is a super big omen.
It's very powerful.
You know, a lot of people have a superstition about owls, right? And every night my place is full of owls. I have owls all over my pasture, my yards. If I was superstitious about it, I'd have been out of here a long time ago. But they're hunting mice.
Protection. That is so much protection on your property. And I think you've called that in. It's huge.
I lay a lot of protection here. I try to keep the boundary lines protected. And
your ancestors. Yep, they're there.
There is superstition, but there is connection between the owls calling, just like the crow, warning you that somebody's time is coming. And they don't do that because they're coming to kill the person. They're doing it so you think to have that final goodbye or to say the things on your mind. But they're also this symbol of wisdom. So I have to kind of separate some of that because of just where I live. The owls screeching every night is amazing. Oh, I listen to them. I
love that. So much.
Random card for Azalea. She's here watching tonight, please. Just a random draw if you can, Susie. And
Azalea?
Jessica sees 222111 and 444 the same every day.
Same here, especially the 444 lately.
Ramona has. So she has
if you haven't already, I was talking about her saying how gifted she is.
Trista's talking about an owl experience, and it flew up and landed on the road in front of her. Flew up again and landed right in front of me. So there's little owls as you're getting that card, there's little owls in the Sierra Nevadas, because I used to, for the Forest Service, I hooted spotted owls. So we had to mark their locations, right? And there's tiny little owls called sawits, and they're about this big. They're as big as a little, they're like a little sparrow size. And they come out on the logging roads at night to get insects. And so as you're driving down the logging roads at night in the forest, you see these little sawit owls flying up all the time, and they just hop all over the place. They're so cute.
So Azalea's really young, right?
13?
13.
I want to say like 13-ish.
Okay. Yeah, because I get her feeling kind of like feeling kind of left out. Almost kind of like a male figure won't let you do what you want to do.
11.
Okay. Like a male figure, like maybe dad or something, won't let you do exactly what you want to do. But remember, it goes both ways. You got to give equal give and take. So approach dad with, hey, if I do this, can I have that? So, do a little bit of give and take with that male figure. But it also says that, yes, you are very powerful. You can create the things that you want. I normally don't get this off the star, but she is the star. She is the wish fulfillment. So she is someone that can create those things that she wants. She's very powerful in her life. So whatever you want to create, especially I feel like a draw towards art, that she could be really, really good at it. She just has to start working on it, and it'll just be like super fast. Like I don't know, what do you call those geniuses?
Savants.
Yeah, but something similar to that, just super good, super
Yeah.
quick. So that's just what I got. Sorry,
One
dang.
thing I want to throw in the reason for some of her tugs. She has been
Prodigy.
incarnated many times. She is a very wise soul. And what's that one, Susie?
That's the Four of Cups. That's what came up for her. And I see her like,
That's funny. Yeah, I feel like she's been here, and so it's hard because she's not taken as seriously as an adult because she's only 11. But that's her body that's 11, not her mind, not her soul, not her wisdom and knowledge that she has. But you also need to be patient, Azalea, and because it will all come the way it's supposed to come. But she is extremely wise for an 11.
Yeah. Focus in on those things that you love and you enjoy doing, and you're going to excel at them really fast. Like I said, just, keep your eye on the prize, girl. You got this.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I have posted several times in the chat both Susie and Celeste's phone numbers. Please reach out to them for a full reading. This is just a snapshot of what they can do. They're incredible at what they do. These ladies do it for a living. And the amount of information that they will be able to give you in a full reading is mind-blowing, because this is just this moment. And they'll schedule it as long as you want with you.
And we can talk about your dreams too, because Celeste and I have talked with a lot of people about dreams.
Yeah. So dream interpretation, full readings, the psychic readings that they provide are mind-blowing. If you cannot remember their phone numbers or somehow lose it in the chat, because I don't know how all this stuff works on the live show, you can reach out on any one of these show links and leave a comment saying, hey, I want to get a hold of Celeste and Susie, and I'll send you their phone numbers. Okay. Everybody, yes, tomorrow night we have a show on conspiracy theories. I think it'll be an interesting one. There's a lot of them out there. So
I've got one to send you now.
Huh?
I've got a new one to send you now about the flooding.
Oh boy. Yeah, send it to me tonight. I'll research it.
All right.
Thank you guys, and we love you, and thanks for being here. I love the show, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh, and McKenna will be back with us next week. She took some time off to be with the boys this summer, but she's back. So we're so excited to have her back. We'll see you. Tune in tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Mountain, and otherwise we'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.